So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and welcome back to another video. We are here at the Cedar Hollow Preserve, not too far from Philly, near Malvern, Pennsylvania, here in the southeast. Just got done filming some videos on the Revolutionary War. Actually, we were right up there at St. Peter's Church in the Great Valley, it's called, where some soldiers from both sides are buried, American and British. Yeah, just down the road was this place, the Cedar Hollow Preserve, so I thought you'd check it out. There's some interesting things here, but it's beautiful already. But check out the goldenrod. Wow, that is bright. It is getting into late September here. Today is September 23rd, I believe. Yeah, we're just down from the parking lot. It's already beautiful here. Yeah. Yeah, check out that big boy. Enjoying these last flowers of summer. And just quick back here towards the parking lot, there is some berries I wanted to check out. Yeah, these are called a mile a minute. We've talked about them in the past. They're an invasive species, but they have these blue berries, which are edible. I just double checked on my phone. So let's try them actually. So this will be a first for me. I've never tried these before. Try to find ones that are ripe, blue. Really not much to them. They just have like one big seed in the middle. Yeah, really not much to them. Alright, that was disappointing. But now we know. I've always wanted to try them. Yeah, the site I looked up said you can make like jelly out of them, but you'd have to have a lot of berries because I feel like 90% of it was just a big seed in the middle. Oh, this beautiful goldenrod. Covered in bees. Wow. Yeah, so there's some big trees out here. And some ruins too, from what I've read, so we'll see what we can find. I do have a map on my phone. Wow, that's just beautiful though. See if you can find some more bees. Yeah, I've noticed some other things besides bees. There's wasps like them too. Where'd that wasp go? He moved. There he is. That's interesting. You don't think of wasps as going to flowers, but whoops. Blurring out there. There we go. They like them too. But let's keep going. There's gonna be some other meadows that we will encounter. Not sure where the ruins are, but they do show on the map. They do show two trees of interest. One's actually the tallest hackberry tree in Pennsylvania. Oh, this is nice. A beautiful spot. Yeah, none of these trails are very long. We're already coming to this T-junction. I think I need to turn left to find the first big tree. Not sure if they'll be labeled or not. And more meadows. Yeah, so some of this would have been farmland not too long ago. Now they're letting it revert back to forests. Just wild areas. Which is important because we're here, you know, we're not too far from Philly. I guess you say the Philly suburbs in some way. So these wild areas are few and far between when you need them. Alright, let's head this way so we can find that hackberry. And there's also like a 250-year-old sycamore tree way down that way somewhere. Yeah, so you do get a little bit of road traffic off in the background, but considering where we are, some major highways nearby, it is what it is. Well, there's a trail heading that way. I'm gonna check my map again. Alright, I think we do need to go this way from looking at the map. Where would this tree be if we're going the right way? I feel like it'd be, they have a trail going to it. Should just be right up in here somewhere. Actually, do I see it? Maybe, maybe it's more accessible from the other trail. I feel like I see a hackberry tree up there. I'm just gonna quick go up that way. These trails are very short here, so but I see a largerish looking tree up there. Let's go back. Oops. The bark on the hackberry tree is very conspicuous. Very easy to identify. I think, oh, you know what? I think that's it right there, but I think it's collapsed. Yeah, there's kind of a trail, not collapsed, but I don't think it's as tall as it used to be. I guess this is a trail. Yeah, I think it's that one right there. Yeah, this is definitely the tree up here, but I think its days as being the tallest are over. It's just a, oh, these are some cool mushrooms, getting distracted. It's just a snag. Now look at it, it's broken off at the top. Yeah. Was the tallest hackberry in Pennsylvania. Not anymore. Oh, yeah. But even so, it's still a pretty big, it was a pretty big tree if I turn around. Put myself up against it here. It's kind of hollowed out and rotten out down there. See the part that fell down going up there. And there's the top of it. Kind of an interesting place to explore along here, but anyway, these are probably parts of the tree right here too, where I saw these mushrooms right here. Not sure offhand what those are. All right, now to try and get back to some sort of a trail. I think we'll go this way. Follow this hillside here. Almost look, these rocks almost look like they, I guess they're just, I know, like they said, there's ruins here in this preserve, but I guess almost look like they were dumped here. Anyway, almost as if there might be something up top at one point, but let's get back to a trail first. I think right there is a trail. All right, well, I'm gonna head back to this other trail that I was on just a moment ago. Where was it? Right here? Yeah, I want to go this way. That dead hackberry was up that way. Oops, got the hiccups. Maybe we'll find a little spot for a break. Like a lunch break. Yeah, the map doesn't have any ruins labeled on it, but when I read the website, it said there were some ruins back here, so we shall keep our eyes open for that. Ruins and big trees, all in one video. Yeah, so if there were old, I mean, there most likely were some old homesteads back here. That would account for the larger trees. A lot of sycamore trees growing through here. No giants yet. We'll try to find the one that's on the map though too. It looks like this is wrapping around and taking us above those stones I was looking at earlier. Yes, this appears to be the yellow trail. Someone painted an eyeball on there. I think I just found my lunch spot. You hear a little traffic off of distance, but this is a nice little, perfectly balanced spot. So something to drink and then some snacks. It is about, I think it is after 12 now. Oh yeah, quite a bit, 12:45. I've already filmed 2 videos today, my Revolutionary War series. So it's time to take a break. Nice little spot. So I'm going to try this, the chocolate flavor, First Strike Nutritious Energy Bar. We opened this MRE when we were up at Acadia camping. I said I was going to save it for my hike up to Katahdin, but I never ate it on that hike up. So let's try it now. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of appetite when I was hiking Mount Katahdin. Let's try this now. Get this open. Oh boy. Look at that. Smells good. But it looks like a, well, you know what it looks like, a flattened piece of, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad though. Nice and chocolatey. Does have that energy bar texture to it. Yeah, almost down. Enjoy this. All right, well, after a lot of chewing, our energy bar is consumed. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Did a nice chocolate flavor to it. All right, let's continue on. It's in search of ruins and large trees and whatever else. Get scolded by blue jays. There are some other large trees. There's a large red oak. Right there, that's a rather large red oak. Got some beech trees, which look pretty healthy here. I know in some videos I've been watching, I know the PA Creek Walker, she calls herself. A lot of the beech trees have there's a disease that they're getting, but these look healthy. Despite the graffiti or the carvings on them. Yeah, I forget what that disease is called. There's something attacking the beech trees. I'm gonna look that up here in a bit. But those looked good. Unlike, well, here's an ash tree. The ash trees are suffering greatly. You have the emerald ash borer and the ash dieback disease. A lot of ash, most of our ashes are dying. There's new ones coming up though, new young ones, regrowth, but the old ones are being killed. In fact, there's another one right there that's dead. There's a tree in front of it, you can't tell so well, but see some stones over there. Those look natural though, but let's just take a look. And I did see another large hackberry tree right here. I'll show you what the bark looks like. Yeah, these are just natural outcrop here. But this is the hackberry tree. It's kind of shaded out, but you can get a little closer. Ouch, there are thorns here though. Yeah. Bark is pretty distinctive though. That's a decent sized hackberry. Looks like we're coming back out to this other trail that we were on just a little bit earlier. Way down that way I think we went in. So we're gonna head this way now. I'll check the map in a little bit. Kind of want to head in the general direction of that large sycamore that's supposed to be here. And another plane. Alright, so there's a trail junction. I did just check the map. Right, we are going to go this way. This will take us the long way to that sycamore tree. This would take us back to the parking lot. A shorter way to that sycamore tree, but I think we'll go the long way. Yeah, there are some cedar trees. This place is called Cedar Hollow Preserve, so there are some cedars here. I was wondering where the cedar trees were. A bunch here, but anyway, let's go this way. But like I said earlier, none of these trails are super long, so even though we're going the long way, it's not going to be that long. Might give us more opportunity to find some of these ruins too. Just want to stop and show you this beautiful stream. I believe this is called Valley Creek. That is beautiful. It's a little side trail off the main trail. Yeah, this is beautiful. Let's check it out. Nice chunk of this quartz. Look at that. That's beautiful. All kinds of neat stuff in there, but we're gonna head back to the main trail. There's some chicken of the woods, I believe, on that log in there. You can see it, that bright orange. Yeah. Quite a bit of it out there. Yeah, it's a nice path here along the stream. No ruins yet, though. We're not done. Maybe there's some near that large sycamore. We're kind of here in the bottomland. This area would flood. So I don't know if they put a house down here by the creek, which is beautiful. But yes, this place is a pleasant surprise. Like right now, if I stop and really listen, I can hear some traffic off in the distance, but it's nice and quiet down in here though. Like I said, considering where we are, a busy part of Pennsylvania, this is like a little treasure down here. Cedar Hollow Preserve. I want to show you this tree. This is what a young hackberry looks like. It has these like warts on the bark, which get less defined as it gets older. When we're looking at those tall trees, those are hackberries, but this is what a young one looks like. Because there are all these like little warts growing on it. Well, it's clearly posted. I see someone chilling way up there, so gotta go this way. Yeah, this is a beautiful stream. It looks like it flows into a larger one right here then. Maybe that's Valley Creek. I'm not sure what this is. Anyway. Yeah, definitely a much larger stream then. Oh, that's definitely a fishing or a swimming hole right up there. It gets kind of deep right there. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, I know I said it already, but I'm really pleased with this place. There's a lot here. I mean, it's a small preserve, but it's beautiful here. Relatively quiet. You know, there's traffic off the distance and the planes flying overhead and all that stuff, but yeah, nice place. Then there's this weird plant. I know I've encountered it in the past, but I forget what it's called. Just looks like these little stalks. Quite a bit of it here. Ah, yeah. I feel like there's a trail going through there, but yeah, I forget what it's called offhand, but Interesting plant. I forget if it's invasive or not. Anyway, there's quite a bit of it here. Quite a bit. Almost looks like asparagus. Well, here's a little side trail to another fishing hole. Yeah. So at some point up here, our trail should turn away from the creek. We'll start making our way towards that large sycamore. If I'm reading the map correctly. That's beautiful back here, though. Yeah, here we turn away. So I think there is a trail that goes off. Anyway, at some point there's a trail that goes off to our left, and we want to stay straight. All right, goodbye, beautiful creek. Yeah, coming up here is a big sycamore. Not the one we're looking for, I'm pretty sure, but that's still a big tree. Let me set you down. Yeah, that's a nice one. Like I said, according to the map, this is not the one we're looking for yet, but it's still a massive tree. Yeah, so if the one we're looking for is bigger than this, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Now, that's if I'm reading the map correctly, which I think I am. But alright. Because the big one should be up that way more yet. Oh, check out those beautiful goldenrods up there again. All right, so we need to go this way. But yeah, that's a beautiful scene. Yeah, so I haven't left the last spot I filmed. I was just looking at my map, but I think that right there is the tree we're looking for. Because we need to go this way, and the map shows it being right over there. So I think I see it up there. Cool. Yeah, no ruins yet, though. But that's our buddy right there. That tree right there in front of us. That's the one. Let's walk up there together. Yeah, he's a big boy. Let's go see if there's a trail that goes up to him, though. I don't think so. I think we just have to hoof it through the grass here. No big deal. We'll just get some ticks. Yeah, that's our buddy right there. Hoo-wee. Oh yeah, he's a big boy. Huh. Gotta make my way up here so you can see just try to find a place to put the camera down though too, but yeah, he's big. It fills up the whole camera back there behind me. Big boy. Yeah, so the map says roughly 250 years old maybe, but it's a big old tree. Yeah, I found a place to set you down. Yeah. Oh, huge. I love these big trees. Man. Super cool spot, this place here. Huh. If there's looking up that big boy. Yeah, just a little bit bigger from this angle. He almost, if we zoom in, he almost doesn't fit in the screen there. Big dude. All right, let's get back to the trail. Not too far from the parking lot, but I think our hopes of finding ruins are getting pretty slim here. Unless there's some right near where we parked. All right, farewell, big fella. Maybe we'll see you again sometime. Yeah, so the parking lot should just be up around this way somewhere. Although there is a trail going that way, but I don't think that's what we want. Maybe I should check my map. And once again, just beautiful with all the goldenrod out there. Yeah, we are going the right way. In fact, I think I see the Jeep up there, so right there's the parking lot. Yeah, so definitely a neat little preserve here. Nice big trees, beautiful colors, the flowers. Didn't see any ruins, but I wasn't on every single trail, and maybe they're hidden by the brush and stuff, but maybe, you know, who knows. If I ever come back, wintertime might be a better time to look for those. But anyway, I'm glad I stopped in. This is one of these places I didn't really know much about, but it was right next to where I finished filming one of my other videos. I saw it on Google Maps, looked it up a little bit. I was like, you know what, let's check it out. All right, it is about 1:30. I think I'm gonna stop at one of the preserve on the way home. I have time. The Binky Lee Preserve. It's not too far from here, but I think that's where we'll head. It's a beautiful day. I haven't got the time yet, so anyway, thanks for joining me on this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Maybe at the next preserve.